are you?
I'm very intuitive. My children don't like it. You know, my daughter Rachel, she's like ready to call me, and I make her phone ring, and she goes, "Mom, I was just picking up the phone to call you."
I love it.
I don't know how that happens. I wonder how that happens, you know, because certain people,
We're connected.
with certain people, not all of them, you know.
There's a connection.
Isn't that something?
It is something.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm not a witch, okay? Well, I don't think.
I don't have that ability, but I love quantum physics. And quantum physics teaches us that our thoughts are very, very energetic. They go out there. And the more you care about somebody, the more likely you are to be able to connect.
Well, you know,
And
like
we're all connected.
you know, like they
I
say, like
agree.
you've been married for a long time with your husband. You know what your husband's going to say sometimes.
Oh, we say the same
Yes,
thing at
you
times,
know,
you know?
yes.
Yes, you're right. Sometimes, not all the time.
That's because you guys have been together for so many years. I believe that you get to know each other so well that, you know, you're thinking something or saying something, and you already know what the answer he's gonna give you. That they used to be with me and my ex-husband. You know, we knew each other so well that
But intuition isn't like that. I have a friend that feels like she just gets she's very intuitive. I'm not. She feels like there's something that she's just supposed to listen to, and
Right.
it comes to her,
yes.
and she follows it.
And sometimes
And
I don't
she's-
say anything because when I get those things, it's kind of scary. You know, you see things ahead of time, and then it happens, and you go, you know,
Or deja vu. I mean,
Yes.
that's a weird thing, too.
it's like,
So sometimes it's something scary, you mean? Yeah.
yes, like
Ooh.
car accidents or, you know, somebody getting sick or, you know, you see somebody and you can read their aura, kind of, you know, you feel what's going on. And it's kind of scary sometimes, you know, it's like, eek,
Yeah,
I don't want
sometimes-
those feelings. I don't, you know.
Sometimes you'd rather not know.
Right,
Oh,
exactly,
absolutely, yeah.
exactly. But do you have any intuitive feelings?
Well, yes, I do, sometimes. But, well, in real estate, I mean, when I was very active, I had to read people.
Yes,
You know, and it was
exactly.
always interesting because they'd come in and they'd say, I want this in the house. Well, I'd be with them a little bit and I'm thinking,
Exactly.
you know, and I remember showing people houses that weren't what they said they wanted that they bought.
Yes.
Because they'd walk
All
in and there
the
was an
time.
emotional connection. You
All
know,
the
it was
time.
something. So you really had to kind of get tuned in. But let's see, what is the one asset you possess that makes you glad you're you?
I don't quit. If I really want something, if I really want to do something, achieve something, I don't quit. I think that's my greatest strength.
That's
Just being
true.
able to just stay
So
with it.
I was a country girl. My mother died when I was 17. My father took off, and I ended up a college professor and a writer and all of those things.
And we're so proud of you, Helen.
Well,
I
it
love
is-
your books.
Thank you, but it's partly because my mom, when I was little, I heard her say to I was learning to roller skate, and I heard her say to my father, you know about Helen, she never quits.
Oh, how
And
cute.
you know, that just stuck with me.
Isn't
and
that
stuck with
something,
me.
how those things can grab you and just stay with you for the
Parents
rest of your
have
life?
to remember that
Little
that's-
things like that really
let your kids
strike.
know if there's something outstanding.
Something
let 'em know.
special. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. What about you, Cathy?
I love people. I mean, I'm interested in people, and I like to help people, and they fascinate me. I like to hear people's stories. You know, it's just, and I get energy from people.
Exactly. Oh, yes.
You know, I'll
definitely.
I joined community band. I don't know.
Oh,
And it's so much
fun.
fun. It is so much fun. And I'll come home after being with that big band on Monday nights after we
You're gonna be
practice.
hot.
And I am just off the roof. You know, I'm out there reading till midnight because, you know,
And what do you play?
I play the flute.
Oh,
Yeah.
my husband would love that.
Oh, and then I joined a little ensemble. So I've got
my
this little bit. I told my
God.
husband yesterday, did you ever think that your wife would be in a we're thinking up a name. We're thinking of for ourselves, but anyway.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
You know,
it
to
is.
to be able to do things, because people think once you get old, you just can't do anything.
Oh, no, once
it's-
you-
You know,
yeah.
if you
Yeah.
put your mind to it, there's so many things that we can do.
Yes.
I am so glad that I had a grandfather that taught me, you know, that
You
I
can
could
do
do anything I wanted in my life. You know,
true.
in there's no barriers. I mean, the only barrier is the ones that I put on myself. You know, in my body puts on myself, because there's things that I can't do anymore. You know, I
Yeah.
did climb a pyramid that was up really high, and I was like, whoa! When I went to Cozumel, and
okay.
I went to Rotan and Belize, and that was my
I
goal,
love
to
Belize.
go see all the pyramids, and
Yeah.
to feel that energy, you know, and to be able to walk
And you did it.
all the way to the top. And
Wow. Those steps are really narrow,
yes,
aren't
they kept saying, "Don't look down, don't look
But how do you go back when you go down? You don't
on your
look down.
butt."
No,
The 3-point
I was
one.
like, oh.
it's amazing what we can do, and I'm certainly the oldest in this group, and it's amazing what we can do. My husband and I love to dance, and for a while we haven't been dancing much, and we went to a dinner dance the other night, and here's the music that we just loved. We couldn't just sit there, so we got up and we danced. And when we sat down, this young man came over to me and he said, "You guys are awesome."
Oh, is that cool? Well, that was awesome, and I hope that our next topic is going to be awesome too. What is
Yeah,
our?
let's have an awesome
What are we
topic.
going to talk about? Friday the 13th. And then full moon. What does everybody think about that? Do you really believe that it's a bad thing to have a Friday the 13th or with a full moon?
I'm a believer that our beliefs, make things what they are. So to me, I've always turned Friday the 13th into, oh boy, that's my lucky day, and I love the full moon, so no problem.
That's no problem. But there's a lot of people that I know that I used to be scared of a black cat crossing my path.
Whoa.
You know, you just kind of.
Well, only if you're going to trip over him.
I think what happens.
Maybe that's what it
In the
was.
dark.
In the dark. No
Yeah.
wonder people are afraid of black cats.
I
in the
think
dark.
what happens is whatever they make you believe when you're younger,
That's what
and somebody,
Helen was saying.
somebody, you know, puts it in your mind, and then there's this little doubt in your mind, and you just go, no, I'm daring. I'll go over and see what happens. You know, nothing ever happens. So that's what made me believe that you know, it's all in our minds. Whatever we want to make believe. But some people really are scared of those things. They don't go out on a Friday the 13th. You know, it's like, oh God, how do they do that? You know, it's their beliefs. You know.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Friday the 13th is a bad thing?
No,
Me either.
no. But I really wasn't brought up to believe that. I mean, it was never a big
Big
so I think it's
yeah.
like, you know, both of you said that if it's implanted in your mind that it is a bad thing, then you
Correct.
get that seed of doubt in there and it grows.
Yeah, and the full moon.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, if it was a bad
Yeah.
thing,
Well, maybe if you were fleeing something and you had a full moon, you couldn't hide.
And
Turn that light out, please.
that full moon thing is interesting because they have shown that a full moon, they can do brain scans now. And they have shown that a full moon does make us very restless at night, even if we don't know the moon is full, it still will. There's an energy. So maybe in the old days, they felt kind of spooked by that, and so they made up this story.
you know, now that you mentioned that, I remember when my second child was going to be born, there was a full moon that night. And I was laying down, and the curtains in my bedroom were a little bit open, and that moon just kept staring at me.
Oh, my goodness.
And it just, you know, for some reason, you know, I couldn't close my eyes and go to sleep.
It's the
And then
energy.
then around 1 o'clock in the morning, I started having these pains,
Oh,
and I went,
my
and
goodness, it's
then, when I got to the hospital, I mean, I kept telling my husband, let's go, I'm in pain. Oh, remember with the first one, it took like 24 hours, and as soon as we got there, boom, the baby was born within 30 minutes.
Oh, right.
Yes, but I keep thinking, that is true, because in Mexico they believe when there's full moons, a lot of babies are born. And
Maybe they are.
Maybe that stayed in my brain and I made it happen. Who
Maybe,
knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Or maybe 9 months before that.
Yes,
There was a full moon.
it happened. But anyway, and you were going to say something, Cathy.
Actually, yesterday, and it's kind of on this do stuff. We were coming back from Redwood City, or not Redwood City, College of the Redwoods, and we had Curiosity Hill. Have you ever seen or know about Curiosity Hill?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, it's supposed to be one of these places where they have that vortex, where there's this energy field, and they have
Really?
a house that you go up and it's really, really weird. You can just feel this pull as you kind of go up there. I mean, strong. Oh, yeah. And I've got a picture.
Stonehenge.
Yeah, I got a picture of me looking like I'm standing at a 45-degree angle. And there was a man in there, and there's a bar across the top of the room. He hung onto the bar, and his body just went out like that. His feet didn't touch the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, but when she was standing, it's for real. And I mean, and so the lady that was with him was standing, and she looked like she was a 40-degree, but she had a camera around her neck. It was hanging straight down.
That's really neat.
It was, I thought,
I wonder
what
how
is
happen.
that?
Gravity, the energy, and
Well, it's
I
an
don't know.
energy force, and the Native Americans knew about it, and they had special places where they could feel the energy. When I was in England, I went to Stonehenge, and they gave us these rods so that we could feel the energy force, and it would turn the rod. And people who know how to find water
The witching.
with witching rods, that's what
I heard of
Yeah,
those things.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I have witched.
There, she can do
Yeah.
it.
That's really.
Yeah.
They even
you
used the
have to
word
do it
witched
for
for
us.
I
that.
did, witched. do.
Let's wish another two topics.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead and give her the topic. Just give them to her.
Okay,
And then
okay. Going out and having fun. You want
okay,
to roll the dice.
roll the dice. Number 2.
What is the one rule you adhere to when you go out into public?
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Don't get run over.
The second topic is a free-for-all.
Okay.
We're going to take a little break, and we'll let you know what the second topic is, the free-for-all. So.
Oh, those are always great.
Us. And now back to Just Between Us.
And welcome back to Just Between Us. I'm Martha from Jackson,
Cathy from Buena Vista.
Helen from Jackson.
and we're going to talk about our next topic, and our next topic is, Cathy.
Going out and having fun.
Oh, really?
Okay, now if we can have fun. Okay, now fun's a part of that, right? Okay, now what is
Now we're talking. Hi, Helen, let's go.
you want to
Dancing.
go to the ocean? What is the one rule you adhere to when you go out in public?
To try to behave and not offend people. To be kind and to be loving, and every time that I go out, because my customs are different than the American customs. I mean, I learn to behave the American way because when my grandpa used to tell me, wherever you go, you have to do what they do. If you go to another country and they do something that they don't do something that you're used to doing, don't do it. Like when we go to Mexico, they all get drunk. Yeah, they fine,
Oh, we don't do that.
No, we don't. No.
No, but I mean, and they pull their clothes off. I mean, have you ever been to one of those? You go on a cruise, and then as soon as people get out of the country, out of the boat into Mexico, it's like they start pulling their clothes off and like,
No, I have missed out on
Really?
that one. No
Oh
fun.
boy, I'm the lucky one then.
I don't know.
But no,
Only if they're
it's
young.
like, yes. No, but I think it's, I really believe there, everybody has their own things. Like Helen was saying, some people will not go out without wearing their makeup. What do you think, Kathy?
Going out and having fun depends on where
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yes.
Obviously, if but going out and having fun is kind of the thing here.
Mm-hmm.
But quite honestly, when I go out, it depends on if I'm just going to go run in an errand or go pick something up. I don't bother changing and get cleaned up. I mean, I may have on my ratty shorts and a
too.
T-shirt or something. It's just or
True.
so it depends on where I'm headed.
Yeah, I didn't realize before that it was going out and having fun. So that's different from when
Yeah.
you're just going out to run an errand or something. So
I'm
I'm
always
kind of
going out.
with Martha here that if I'm going out to have fun, it's usually with a big group or there's music and dancing and all of that. And to me, I'm kind of like Martha in that be gentle with other people. If their idea of having fun is different from your idea of having fun, but it doesn't interfere with you don't interfere with one another, then great. But
And it is hard sometimes because you watch people make fool of themselves and you just want to go,
It's all like this cut.
well, if it's your husband, you might have to.
no,
Boyfriend, no husband, or one of your kids. It's like,
Or one of your
oh
kids.
no.
Yes. Well, I'm
You
one
did
of those
what?
that, it depends on where I am. If I'm going to a Mexican party, let it all down, baby.
I think. See, I've never been to a Mexican party.
Oh,
Martha.
let me give you the news right now. July 19, which is a Saturday,
Okay.
I'll be celebrating 31 years at Jose's Mexican restaurant, and we're going to have a big party. It's going to start at 5 o'clock. My daughter from San Diego, Martha Leticia, she'll be coming up. She sings Mexican music. And she has another friend that's coming up from San Diego, too. And they also going to be here. So, and then I have one of my very best friends, George Silva. He is what do you call it, impersonator.
Oh, okay.
Of Elvis Presley.
Oh.
My God. He sings me my song, and I just, I
In
melt
Espanol?
away. No, in English.
Oh.
It's Elvis Presley, for God's sake.
Well,
No,
well, I
Elvis,
know, but it's
the impersonator dresses just like Elvis Presley, and he's very polite and very nice. Him and his wife, it's a team, she directs him on what to do, and I'm telling you, he sings beautifully. My favorite song is Are You Lonely Tonight? So he sings that to me.
I like Heartbreak Hotel.
Yes. Oh. Well,
I think
calm
of
down.
blue suede shoes.
I'm sure he'll sing it for you. But okay,
suede
so
shoes.
talking about fun, we are going to have fun on July 19th. So
you
everybody out there
ever.
is invited.
Now, do
I'm
they
gonna-
have to hear any social norms here?
Yeah, really. I'm going to
Out in public?
we used to do chairs outside and canopies,
Yeah.
so I'm going to try to
So
have,
anybody can go?
Anybody can come.
Okay,
July
July
19th.
19th.
Yes,
Jose's,
yes.
okay.
So
Jose's.
don't forget it. Don't-
Hola.
Yeah, hola.
I'm going.
But
The kids will
it'll
all
be
say,
fun.
"Who is Elvis Presley?"
Yes, I know. Oh, I made sure all my kids and my grandkids know who Elvis Presley is. I won't let him die in my life.
Oh, I think
And
you.
your kids will say blue suede shoes.
That's right. And now we're going to discuss our new free for
Okay.
all.
All right.
And you decide what you want to talk about.
Well, maybe we'll talk about a couple different things, but fashion for some reason stuck in my head because I attended 3 graduations here this week, and the girls and their shoes
Yes.
just kind of stuck out.
Oh,
their
really?
shoes. I was like, oh my gosh, look at those shoes.
What did they look like?
Well, first of all, they were the high heel wedge, on platform, and then they came up the ankle, past the ankle,
Oh,
You know,
wow.
they were kind of like strappy.
Straps.
Yeah,
Straps it in right now.
Yeah.
I like that.
They are
Is that what you're
sometimes
saying?
they are sometimes referred to as horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
And I'm not saying horseshoes.
But they're
Okay,
I think, I think they're really attractive.
Well, they are.
They're
beautiful.
really
Well,
attractive.
for different ages. You could not see me on those things. I cannot see myself on those
I'd
things.
break my neck.
Yes, exactly.
But it was fun watching the girls, especially if they had the spike. Not the wedge, but the spike. Try to walk across the grass.
Wow.
To get their,
Forget
their
about it.
diplomas.
They do it. I know.
Or when they were coming down, I was like, oh, they really were walking on their tiptoes.
Yes.
I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh my
Well, it's
gosh.
kind of, but they are beautiful.
They
I
are
agree.
beautiful.
And it does do something, here are these young women, and it does something with their beautiful legs and their beautiful
do
feet.
you remember on our days?
Oh,
the
yeah.
heels were about that high and about
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
you
pencil
know,
thin?
thick,
Oh, yeah.
it was, and it made you feel so.
It
Yes,
does. It gives you a
does.
sense.
Makes you feel like a little horse. Just
And you walk differently.
You do.
And
You
you
do.
go tap it, tap
yes,
it, tap it.
yes. Oh, I love it in the hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's like it makes you feel like classy and sexy, and it gives you all these beautiful feelings. And at any age, you can
Yes.
wear a certain high heel that will make you feel
that
wonderful.
way.
My, actually, it's my great niece is now at the Fashion Institute in Paris. So I guess that's why I'm thinking about, and she's sending back all these pictures on Facebook.
Oh,
Of
really?
these drawings and all of these. Oh my
I'm gonna have to
gosh.
go to your page. And
Oh, wow. Chanel and Louis Vuitton and all this different stuff. And it's like, oh my.
Yes.
Whoa. Paris is a little
fun.
different. Somehow walking down in some of those dresses downtown Jackson, probably.
Oh, no, not in Jackson, huh? That's sad.
I think fashion is fun,
is
It's
fun.
a form of art, and like all art, it changes over time, and there's different opinions, but it's fun to pay attention to it.
I have discovered shawls in the last few years.
Yes.
And I love shawls. It's kind of like high heels. If you put on a shawl and you wrap it,
You get to whip it up.
Yeah.
I wore one yesterday. I was in the auditorium was cold. And so, I got a
See.
shawl, and it was so much fun just to be able to go, I just felt elegant.
Yes.
There's something about it.
There's certain, and not everybody looks good in whatever they like. I have found out that something that I like, if it doesn't look good on me, even if I like it a lot, it's like I have to hold myself from buying it because I know it won't make me feel what I wanted to do. So, and I have tried. There's been dresses that I just go, oh, I love this dress, and then you go and you try it on and you go, oh,
I don't think so.
too many rolls.
The form,
But-
and they're beautiful. Like,
but
it's in now, these beautiful form-fitting dresses that just,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to have the body
Yeah.
for it.
Have the body for
I
it.
love dresses. I miss my skirts. I used to wear skirts and dresses all the time. When I first started in real estate, 1991, I came up here wearing, suits, $300 suits back then, I know. And then everybody was in their tennis shoes and their
jeans.
like, well, on that note, we're going to take a little break, go get some more coffee, put a little something there to make you sparky, and we'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics between us.
that we're supposed to praise
Welcome
them
back
for.
to Just Between Us, and here we are. We keep talking nonstop.
That's true.
Leave
Never run out of
it to
things.
Helen.
Right.
But anyway, welcome back. I hope you got a new cup of coffee, and we're going to talk about the hot topic. And Cathy is going to lead us into the hot topic.
I thought it was interesting this morning. They were talking about Donald Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
He's the owner of the team who they're forcing to sell his team.
Sterling, yeah.
Yes, and what he's doing now is he's hired private investigators
Right.
to look into the other owners to find out if publicly they had said something that could be controversial or racist, because they're forcing him to sell his team. So
Correct.
this is going to be, I think,
Very
really,
interesting.
and I'm thinking,
Very
yeah,
interesting.
guys, you may have opened up something.
Well, I really, when I heard that this morning on the news, I was like, good for him, because I know just about everybody have said one thing or another. Even if you don't want to say things sometimes, you say things to offend other people without wanting to offend people.
Right.
When I heard the first things that he said to that girl, that she should not be seen, with certain people, I thought, well, that's what? What does he mean? But, because they in certain positions, that's why they make it really big. If I was to say something like that and somebody sue me, nobody would ever find out,
Well, I looked at it too. It was a private conversation between the two of them. It wasn't
Right.
something that he made as a public statement.
Right.
And
And I'm not
I
making
don't know.
any excuses that it was
exactly.
okay.
I'm not saying that it's right at all.
Correct.
But it wasn't that it was a public speech that he was saying
Right.
to out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he apologized. I don't know.
I'm also kind of suspicious of some of those things because, like you said, it was a private thing.
She
How
framed
did
him.
it become
She
public?
framed him,
So
Yeah,
there's more
she
to
wanted-
that story than
It's
that.
all about the money, honey. Anything that has to do about the money,
That's what I think.
they do it.
That's what I think.
And I just saw on the news too, one of the political guys that's talking in San Francisco yesterday and compared, homosexuals to him being an alcoholic and, resisting from being an alcoholic and changing it to, to not being a homosexual. So, and he was talking in San Francisco.
You put those two things together.
Exactly. I just went, what?
There's no comparison.
There's no comparison,
None at all.
But
Yeah.
so he's going to be criticized. I forget the name of the guy, but it was like, are you stupid?
Well, coming back to when you go out to have fun, what do you
Yeah,
wear to? I
yeah.
guess is watch your language.
Yes, exactly. Like I
Watch
said,
what you say.
you have to be
Exactly.
polite. You have to be respectful. You have to. It depends on the group that you're with. Because when I get together with my girlfriends, we're allowed to say whatever we want, and it stays with us. It's not like it's going to go into the public or somebody's going to go say, she said this, she said that. We talk within ourselves. That's why I thought when this woman did that to Sterling, I just thought she's framing him because
what I
she
think,
wants
too.
money.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have been out there.
And the thing that really aggravates me is that everybody's looking to sue somebody over anything. And we're allowed in this country to sue anybody
For anything.
For anything.
Right.
And it's like, what?
Whatever happened to frivolous lawsuits or slander? It seems like slander's not even brought up anymore.
yeah.
That you can slander someone and it's okay.
I know. Oh, trust me, I know. I've been thrown against the wall and slapped around a couple of times, and I go, "Are you done yet?"
That's a good attitude.
It's like, yeah,
good
you're done
attitude.
too.
Let it roll off.
It's like I'm the luckiest woman in the world. I have my health. I'm happy. I have a good family, and I don't go to that level.
Down in the mud.
No, I don't.
What does it say? If you wrestle with pigs, you're going to get dirty.
You got that right, girl. I ain't gonna wrestle with no pig. I'm a lady. Yeah, I really am. I really don't think a lot of people that slander you or they treat you. I know who I am.
It's not worth
I
bothering
know
with.
who I am. I know what I've done in my life. Just like you, Cathy. If somebody does something to you, you got to let it go because what good are you going to do? You know,
It makes you miserable
it just
if you don't.
Yeah.
Did you see on the news about the woman whose daughter was accidentally killed by one of her friends' carelessness with a gun?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and this mother forgave the young man who accidentally killed her daughter with a gun. And the press is full of it. How could a mother forgive her daughter's killer? You know, people find it very, very hard to forgive.
It is
We
very.
grew-
Sometimes it's hard.
We
Sometimes
grew-
it's hard.
I
But-
grew up in Amish country,
Oh.
and they will not sue.
Oh, really?
That's their against their, and forgiveness is their thing. So remember when that's, I do have to wrap this up.
I'm going
You
to
can cut me off
forgive you
here.
because we have to wrap it up. We'll be right back in just a couple of seconds.
That was
More
it.
than 2 seconds.
Just Between Us. And now back to Just Between Us.
Well, thank you very much for hanging around and coming back. If you ever want to talk to us and let us know what you think, you're welcome to call us and let us know, good, bad, or evil. We want to hear it. You can call the station at 223-4877, 223-4877, or you can fax us at 223-4866. You can even email us at bookme@tspn.com. We miss you, Susie. Usually she's the one that sits in the chair and knows everything by heart. But I can do a fair
You did
job.
great, Martha.
Thank you. So,
We know
so ladies, what did you think of the show today? Was it fun?
It was fun.
It was fun.
I always have fun. I always look forward to Friday because it's my makeup day, my hair, and look, you know.
And
the
you've got
kids.
a feel for
Yes.
for it too.
Yeah. Oh, I love doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I do it anyway. You know, number one, I do it because it's part of my business that, you know, to be out in
Sure,
the public,
it is.
you know, and help, you know, people
Sure.
say, oh, that's Martha from Jose's.
Yes.
You know,
I got that plug in.
Jose's. You bet, baby.
And she doesn't even wear a sign that says
No,
we could do that.
I don't have to. Yes, I don't have to. It's like yesterday, you know, I advertised my Taco Thursdays, $1.50 tacos every Thursday, and I don't hardly have to advertise anymore. My place gets packed full. I sell margaritas for $5, you know, so. And in that note, we're going to say goodbye. We love you. Thank you for being here. Y muchos besitos for my grandkids. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Same place, same station.
fun.